Like there's
He
some big
did buy
questions.
sunflowers at the end of that episode.
Oh,
Yep.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Mhm.
Hey, but yeah, I want to shout out to Ready for the $20 donation. I think that's Ready SG. He just changed it to Ready. That's why I was so close to say that. But shout out to Ready. He said, waiting on that Vegeta crying in the rain moment for your boy. When or what do you Don't make me laugh, bro. I'm trying to read super chat.
Go
Wait.
ahead, my boy.
Waiting on that Vegeta crying in the rain moment for your boy. When or what do you guys assume the breaking point will be? Assuming that he has untapped power. Shout out to Black Uchiha.
Appreciate my fault. I was
This is
laughing. Appreciate that.
yeah, and this right here kind of goes back into my shout out my guy Ready. This right here kind of goes back into my criticism when I was doing the ratings. They don't necessarily show for sure. Like, is Kawaki really like on some sort of terrible trip where he needs to catch up to Boruto, or is Kawaki
Yes.
actually just or did Kawaki actually just never fully use all of his powers because we never really gotten to see Kawaki fight fully in the car? Like a bunch of stuff,
No.
a bunch of these questions, in my personal opinion, is caused by poor writing. Like simply, like we don't know if Kawaki has this quote unquote untapped power that he could potentially tap into. We don't know if Kawaki. Well, we don't know if Kawaki needs. We don't know.
He
We don't
Bugs
know if
Bunnies
Kawaki
you,
needs
boy.
to go
That's
back
crazy.
and train. We don't know if Kawaki needs to find out if he
No,
actually
Bugs
is stronger than one of these shit. We don't know. Like we don't know.
Bro,
So I
you
feel like
don't
at this
know,
particular
bro.
point.
I'm sorry. You don't know, bro.
All right. So would you say definitively right now that we've seen how strong Kawaki is?
Yeah, right now, up until this point.
Yep.
The more
So
we
we've
go
seen
into the
Max
story, I say yes. I was
So
with you
we've
at
seen
first,
Max
like,
Kawaki,
Bara,
even though we haven't seen him fight with his Karma Seal.
No, we've seen him fight with his Karma Seal. He just
just
he just
that-
lost.
yeah, it wasn't enough.
Well, against Jura. Like, come on, bro.
But you see how you keep curating the question you're asking? I answered it, and yes, against Jura, because that was a fight that he was in. It was just a lackluster one, so it's not memorable outside of like the fact he got packed. But he went full power.
Well, I'll put it like this. In my personal opinion, I think it's the same thing with Mitsuki. We don't know how strong Mitsuki is because he fought someone significantly stronger than him. The fight was a wash. Same thing with the Kawaki battle. So we don't know if Kawaki has some sort of untapped power potential. Because we just don't know. Like I don't know. Like we haven't seen a horn form since like chapter like 60 or something. Like so I have generally no idea.
But if you don't know, then why is it even something that's worth bringing up?
What you mean? Well, this is my criticism. I started my response saying this goes back to my criticism when I rated the chapter. Like,
yeah, but then also like
I don't know.
But then also like you also say that like so are you saying like the writers haven't written him well to where he's putting on a display of his full powers? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And
to be honest, I say the same thing for Code as well.
Okay. So you think that there's something more that he has that he's not showing us. And then I'm gonna also ask once you answer that one, which I think is yes. How do you know that?
Well, you already assumed correct the first one, but second one, we haven't really seen Kawaki in his horn state. In his horn state, we haven't seen Kawaki when he's full power fighting against a character that we think he could possibly beat. Well, we thought he could beat Jura, but we found out
just a horn state.
No, it's not even just the horn state. Even the regular Karma Seal state I talked about just now with the Mitsuki Sage mode. We don't even fully know how strong Mitsuki is right now because he fought against a character significantly stronger than him.
Yeah, but like if it's not like his horn, if it's not like his horn state, it will be like karma. It's like base karma horn state. That's what you're doing, right? Like that. Those are like the progressions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen base that got packed, and we've seen karma that got packed. So the only thing that you can be relying on is the horn state, right?
Nah, again,
bro, come on.
Karma Kawaki got packed by someone significantly stronger than him, similar to Mitsuki getting packed by Boruto in Sage Mode, which is why I'm not comfortable saying that Sage Mode is just completely fodder because Boruto might just be a freak.
But you're making like
he might be a freak. What the fuck? I'm sorry. There's too much going on in the world right now for you to just be saying.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. No Diddy.
Yo. No, bro. But look, all I'm saying is like, bro, you threw me off, bro. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. You threw me off.
No, okay, so like you're making like different arguments from like what you first started off with. Like we can measure like Mitsuki to Boruto, so we do have a measure of where he is relative to Boruto. But you're like saying like we don't have anything. I'm saying we have something to work with, and the same goes for Kawaki. And then the things that you don't have, you don't know because you can't measure it because you don't have it. So ain't no point in even considering it. You work with what you have.
Well, you're correct right there. What I'll restate it. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. When enemies like Hidari and when enemies like not even Hidari, when enemies like let's take it back, Kakuzu, and when enemies like Hidan came to Naruto, they had multiple different battles against weak opponents, against medium opponents, and against strong opponents, so we could see exactly how strong these guys are. Boruto's not getting that. Like, I'm not Boruto. Kawaki's not getting that. Mitsuki's not getting that. Like, characters don't really even characters that we've seen before for years. Konohamaru doesn't get that. Code doesn't get that. Like, these are the criticisms that I do have. Like, so we don't.
But there's there's a problem with that position though. It's like trying to measure LeBron versus bums. I don't care about what LeBron can do versus bums. Only the top tiers can give me an accurate measure of LeBron, right? So I want to see him go up against the best. And the same thing goes for Kawaki. It's not even worth considering what he can do against Shigadai. The only thing that matters is him versus the top tiers, and he's fought the top tiers and he's lost.
I disagree. I think we all understand that Kawaki is clearly not up at the tier of some of the upper echelons. We all clearly agree with the jurors. Wait.
But why do we agree? Why? How do we get to that conclusion?
Because of what we've seen.
Yeah, so we saw him in fights. He fought people that mattered. And then we saw him lose. So now we have an accurate measure of where he scales to the top tier, and that's all that matters. I don't care how he fights the ramen man. Like, what does that even do for his character?
It's not about the ramen man. Like, for example, your example, it's an incorrect example. You use LeBron James. Wait a second. You use LeBron James as the example. You don't want to see LeBron James fight or play against some bum. That's not that. Kawaki is like a college player, and you're asking him to play against Jura, play against actual LeBron James and Michael Jordan types. Like, that's not who his competition is. In my personal opinion,
he got his shikis though.
Jura's not his competition.
No. That's not fair though, because going into Two Blue Vortex, that's absolutely what we were expecting. That his tier to be.
He was top dog going into Two Blue.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's only after what we've seen in the 9 chapters that we're lowering our expectations for him, but we saw it nevertheless, and that's what I'm saying.
But not correct. But now we're trying to figure out where he is. We know he's not up there with Jura.
No, we know where he is. No. We're not trying to figure out where he is, bro.
So you think he's reached his breaking point, Bara?
Like the only thing that matters is the top tiers. We know how he scales relative to the top tiers. So in the sandbox of what matters to us, then we know where he scales. Anything outside, like you want him to fight like Mitsuki, and then he beats Mitsuki, and now we know, like, oh, Bar, like he's amazing.
It's not
like,
about Mitsuki. It's fighting against light characters. It's fighting against light characters that are of his strength. It's not about fighting against Mitsuki, and it's not about fighting against Jura. We know he's not as strong as Jura. We know he's stronger than Mitsuki. Like,
no, we only know that because he lost, though.
Now we understand that, but I'm talking about from current standing. We don't fully have a direct spot of where to put my guy Kawaki. Again, I said similar to Konohamaru. Konohamaru fought against extremely strong characters, and he fought against extremely fodder characters. We don't have a correct spot to put Konohamaru. Similar because we have a fight against light characters.
You scale characters like Kawaki from the top down, not the down up. Like, I don't give a fuck how he scales to Mitsuki. I only care how he scales to Damon, Jura, Boruto, maybe Hidari, like the top tiers. That's the only thing I care about. Anybody beneath him is irrelevant. I don't care how he scales to Sarada. That's irrelevant to me. Like, based upon like where I got like codes above him, I would put him below Code. I would put him below Boruto, below Damon, and I would put him below like the Shiju, at least Jura. And anybody else that exists, Madara from Sheep, I don't give a fuck about Madara. Like, why does that matter to me?
That's cap. You have to know the distance. Like, even if you
why? Why do I need to know the distance?
How much he has to get stronger? How much he has to what he has to do to actually become stronger than the other opponents? We do this all the time.
No, we do it from the top down. Why do I need to know?
Yes,
you're trying to measure
even if we start, but even if we
from the bottom up.
No, even if we start from the top down, I said, okay, we learned some information from the Jura thing. I agreed. I even said prior to this, I said Kawaki was a disappointment. We agree he's not strong enough to beat Jura. But now where he's like, we know he's stronger than Mitsuki. We know he's stronger than some other guys. But where is he in that gap? We don't.
I don't know he's stronger than Mitsuki. I don't know he's stronger than Mitsuki.
I was about to say, can he beat Seijun Mitsuki right now?
We don't even know that.
But Mitsuki already lost to a top tier, so like him scaling to Mitsuki is irrelevant to me.
Because we have to see how far he is. No, we do this all. I think it's because it's Kawaki. You don't really care about it, but we do this all the time.
No, I have no bias here, like none whatsoever in this conversation. I'm just telling you, like, I mean, maybe it's a subjective thing. Maybe like this is a you thing. And maybe it's just a me thing from my perspective, but there's no shot I care about like how he scales against Sardo when I've seen him lose to Boruto. The only thing I care about is that he's not on Boruto.
It's not about Sardo. It's about light characters, not Sarda, not Mitsuki, not Jura, not Dame, not Shibai. So light characters.
Even in playing field, like you want to, like he's a level.
I think
10,
Boruto put in more
another
effort
level
versus
10.
Mitsuki. I think he did.
Yeah, put more effort and
against Mitsuki, because I'm looking at the panels right now, and I'm paying attention to his facial expressions, particularly in terms of when he's dodging and moving out the way from Mitsuki's snake attacks. He's jumping, he's reflecting projectiles.
He's actually used jutsu.
Yeah, he's reflecting with his projectiles. When he's dodging Kawaki's rod, he's literally
just moving to the side.
Like he didn't even pull his blade, bro. So like I don't know Kawaki's stronger than Mitsuki. To be fair,
he did better than Momoshiki did against Sarazen.
But how is this not my exact point?
Or Boruto?
But how is this not my exact point? We don't even know if he's stronger than Mitsuki. How is this not my point?
I'm saying your point is irrelevant. That's what I've been saying this entire time.
I'm lost right now. Okay, so what's the point you're trying to make, Baller? So I can like pick up.
I'm saying they've written him incorrectly because we're 9 chapters in. We still can't pinpoint where Kawaki is.
I can pinpoint him. I can. Yes, I can.
You just told me you don't even know if he's stronger than Mitsuki.
I don't care about the bottom up. That's why I keep telling you. I can pinpoint where he is relative to those who matter. Yes.
I mean, and Black Uchiha even made a point that kind of like went against your point too. Like he put in more effort with Mitsuki than he did with Kawaki. He one shot at Kawaki. It wasn't even a fight.
So in terms of
we got a couple panels of like shit, like you know,
he was dodging, he was actively bracing himself for Mitsuki's attack. But in terms of
flying Thunder God, all types of shit.
In terms of what we've seen from Kawaki, we can place him with what we've seen. But in terms of what we don't know, that's understandable. So I understand Melo's alluding. How do we even know he got the horn or not? How do we know he has more untapped power? Would it make sense for him? Like it wouldn't make sense for him to not use it up until this point where he's been getting folded, but it's still ambiguous. I think I agree with what Bar is saying because it's like we don't know.
How is this not supporting my point? Like confused.
Bro, he's agreeing with you. Let him say that he's agreeing.
Yeah, I'm saying I agree with what you're saying because it's like at this point we really don't know what Kawaki is capable of pulling out from what we've seen. Like if it's possibly like because like I think what they already say. Is he going to get his Vegeta moment? Literally going back to the question, because he said, does he have, assuming he has any untapped power, do we think he's going to reach his breaking point? So if he does have a breaking point and it ties in emotionally with his power, I could see him jumping up like in terms of the power rankings. But like from what we've seen though, I don't know. It's hard to say. So I say, yeah, I'm 50-50. I agree with both what Melo was saying and what Bar is saying. So I can see both perspectives.
Yeah, I don't even think I agree. That's a confusing thing. Like,
you don't think Mitsuki is what?
No, I'm saying I don't think me and Melo disagreeing. We just saying we. Well, I think we're disagreeing in the fact that he's saying he can pinpoint where Kawaki is, but I'm saying that pinpoint doesn't give us a lot of information in regards to how far he has to climb. Like that's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying you'll never get that information because then you're getting into like specificity that these series never get into.
like potential, and at that point you're
we do
going
it all
into
the
like
time with power
potential
scaling.
wise.
Yeah, but power scaling is like vague and sometimes like very nebulous. Like it's a lot of interpretation. Like rarely do you get like solidified bits of data. That's why that's why I spoke in the past. That's why I spoke in the past. Like when people use like standard battle assumptions or like certain frameworks, they're trying to create a way of doing a thing that they actually can't do because the series doesn't provide the data for them to do it accurately. So they have to create certain frameworks that allow them to do it. That's why you have like I said, standard battle assumptions or cross-verse things or that type of shit. So that's the problem. You'll never get like you can get close given what you have, but you'll never get like a